We will see some topics beyond syllabus. So we know that epicyclic gear train has 2 degrees of freedom because they need 2 inputs in order to get the constant output motion. Okay. We'll discuss the 3 cases. We know that the simple epicyclic gear train has 4 members. Okay. First one is the sun gear, next is planet gear, then we have planet carrier and internal ring or annular wheel A. So if you want to put this gear train to use, we need to fix one of the members. Any one of these 4 members can be fixed. Let us say sun gear is fixed. Now when sun gear is fixed, any one member out of the remaining 3 can act as input and any one can act as output member. So there are a number of possibilities of getting the outputs from epicyclic gear train. So we will discuss here 3 such possibilities. First one is the case of deceleration. In this, sun gear is held stationary or it is fixed. The gear shown in blue color is fixed. Input is provided to the ring gear and output is taken at the planetary carrier. Okay. So under such conditions, when the sun gear is held stationary, only the pinion gear rotates and revolves about its own axis. Okay. Since the sun gear is fixed, if we say rotate the ring gear in counterclockwise sense, it will rotate the planet gear in the same direction because of internal meshing. And since the planet gear is in mesh with the fixed sun gear, it will move round the circumference of this fixed sun gear, okay, in the same direction. Okay. So the planet carrier will also rotate in the counterclockwise sense. But the output shaft will decelerate in proportion to the input shaft by the rotation of the pinion gear. So some motion of the input gear is lost in rotating the planet gear about its own axis. Now case 2 is that of direct coupling. In case of direct coupling, motion of planet gears about their own axis is restricted. Okay. And input is given to the ring gear and the sun gear. Now the system will act as the locked system and whole of the unit will rotate in the direction of the input members with the same speed. Okay. So in order to get the direct coupling, we have to fix the planet gears. Okay. Input is given to the sun gear and ring gear and output is taken at planetary carrier. So ring gear rotates with the locked planetary carrier and the input and output shafts will rotate at the same rate in the same direction. The case number 3 is that of reverse rotation. In this, we fix the planet carrier. Planet carrier shown in blue color is held stationary. Power input is given to the sun gear, okay, and power output is taken at the ring gear. Now, let us try to simulate the motion of all these gear members. Say the sun gear is rotated in counterclockwise sense. Since the sun gear is in mesh with planet gears externally, it will rotate the planet gears in clockwise sense, that is in opposite direction. Now planet gears will not move around the circumference of sun gear because their axes are held stationary by fixing the planet carrier. So they will only rotate about their own axis in the clockwise sense, okay, opposite to the direction of rotation of sun gear. Now since the planet gears are in mesh with ring gear internally, they will rotate the ring gear in the same direction. Okay. That is, now the ring gear will rotate in clockwise sense. Now you can easily see here that the input gear, sun gear is rotating in counterclockwise sense and the ring gear is rotating in clockwise sense. Hence, case number 3 is to obtain reverse rotation at the output. Okay. Now let us have a look at the animation of these 3 cases. Now see, this is one case where ring gear is fixed. Ring gear is shown in blue color, which is fixed. Power input is given to the sun gear, shown in red color, and power output is taken at the planet carrier, shown in yellow color. Okay. So ring gear is fixed. Sun gear is rotating in counterclockwise sense, and it will rotate the planet carriers in clockwise sense, opposite direction. And planet carriers will move round the circumference of sun gear as well as inside the circumference of annular wheel. Okay. Annular ring is fixed. Next, the case of reverse rotation. In this case of reverse rotation, planetary carrier is fixed. Okay, planetary carrier is fixed. Planetary carrier is shown as black dots, pins which are on the planet carrier. Power input is given to the sun gear and power output is taken at the ring gear. So let us have a look at the motion. You can see the axis of planet gears are fixed because we have fixed the planet carrier. So all the planet gears will rotate about their own axis only. So here the sun gear is rotating in counterclockwise sense, which is our input gear. Sun gear will rotate the planet carriers in clockwise sense, opposite to its direction of rotation. And the planet gears will rotate the ring gear in the same direction, that is clockwise sense, because of internal meshing. So we can see input gear, sun gear rotates in counterclockwise clockwise direction, and the ring gear rotates in counterclockwise sense. So direction of rotation of input and output gears are reversed. Now next case is that of retardation, deceleration, where we fix the sun gear. Input is given to the ring gear, which is shown in red color, and power output is taken at planet carriers, okay, shown in black color. Okay, sun gear is fixed. We rotate the ring gear will rotate the planet gears in the same direction, and with the rotation of planet gears, planet carrier will also rotate in the same direction, okay, but its speed will be retarded.